Kurt and I both left work early, so we were able to get here around 4 o'clock. We beat all the rush hour traffic, and now it's not muddy anymore. All those ruts we had in the grass from last weekend, we were able to get the boat hooked up. Yay! So now we are going to try and take her down to the boat launch, get the mast raised, and get her ready to put in the water probably tomorrow morning because it's still really low tide right now. But at least we're all hooked up. We're ready to take her down to the boat launch. Finally. Took a slightly different route out of our campground and it really worked better, I think. I was always kind of worried that I wouldn't be able to make the tight turns, but worked out good. I made it, and I had to do some tree trimming before we left, but no branches have hit the boat or anything like that, and the different route worked out really well. I did it because at the main entrance to our glen there was a big truck parked on the other side of the road. But he had moved anyway by the time we got out there, so wouldn't matter, but I definitely like that way better. Good. All right, we got her to the boat launch. Now we have to work on getting the mast raised. All right, we have everything set up. Lily. Kurt's packing up the tool bag that we needed to use to get the little pins out from the shrouds, because this side was slightly twisted, and that's why we had to like relower the mast a little bit to get the tension off of those, so we could like flip the top of them so they'd be seated correctly. But other than that, that was the only hiccup this year, because we left everything attached from last year. So we left the baby stays on, we left the shrouds and the spreaders all attached and everything. So we didn't have to remember to do anything. We just needed to remember to clear the way, make sure we watched the lines not getting tangled on anything, and then we used the mast raising system, and it went up pretty easy. The most difficult part about raising the mast is getting the forestay, the head sail, into this little spot here with this little ring ding. So that's the most challenging part of the whole thing of raising the mast. I'm gonna go check out the water, see what the tide level is at right now. It's supposed to be really low. So we're probably gonna leave the boat here overnight. Ooh, that's bright. So we're probably gonna leave the boat here overnight and then come back in the morning around 8 or 9 a.m. when the tide is supposed to be higher. But let's go check on it right now. Yeah, it is very low. So we are gonna put in tomorrow. Going for a little evening golf cart ride. Hopefully check out the sunset. Maybe. All right, so we made it for the sunset. Right there, sun is setting. And then directly in front of us is the moon. I'm not sure if it's full moon or not, but it looks pretty full. Checking out the T-dock here. Okay, today is the day. Okay, so right now we are working on getting breakfast and coffee. We're gonna put the boat in the water, and it sounds so windy outside that we might even do some sailing. Getting the dinghy ready to attach to the golf cart so we can trailer that down, get it ready to meet us out at the mooring ball, so we have a way to get back on the land after we connect to the mooring ball. Hopefully you can hear me. It is a very windy day. It's gusting up to 35 knots with the 15 to 20 just normal knots of wind. So we're getting the dinghy in. It is high tide, which is good. This is why we didn't put in last night. But there's a really weird blob out there in the water. I don't know what that is. Hopefully it's not a big sandbank or something. That's weird. Anyhow, Kurt's gonna put the dinghy in the water. We're gonna take it over to the T-dock, and then we're gonna work on putting the boat in the water. So wish us luck. We weren't anticipating it being this windy today. And it's only gonna be like 70. Which is gonna be pretty nice, but definitely no sailing because it's too freaking windy. All right, splash day. We did it. The boat is in the water. Kurt's just letting the engine warm up. The wind has actually died down a little bit, so it's not so crazy out there, which is good. We're gonna put her on the ball. I love it when our boat's on the water. It looks so nice. Everybody loves it. All right, I'm making my way to meet Kurt at the T-dock. I better run. Oh my God. What a challenge that was. We got the boat to the T-dock, and it really did not want to get to the T-dock. The wind is pushing it away. So we got it all roped up here, keeps hitting that bollard, but what do you do? So now we're gonna get the dinghy, attach it to the boat, and then head out to the mooring ball. And there's nobody around, but there are some people. Came out for a nice stroll on that dock. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. All right, we made it. We are on the ball. Are you happy, Kurt?
Yes.
Very happy?
Yeah.
Very successful.
Nothing as challenging. Probably the most challenging one with the wind.
Yeah, definitely a windy day to do it. Wanted to turn the Simrad on, see what depth it is out here. Because right now it's high tide. It should be like 3 feet. So hopefully, I forgot it's on touchpad. Oh, it's 4'6". Nice. Just want to make sure over the winter the depth didn't change too much. So at low tide it's usually 2 feet. So right now at high it's 4.6, so that's good. And the speed over ground, the current is 0.3 miles per hour, 0.4. So, well, the depth went away. Hopefully there's nothing super close beneath us. All right, well, let me figure out what's going on with that. So it's working again, everything's fine. There's some cool stuff down there though. I wonder if that's our anchor, our mooring, pyramid anchor thing. Got pretty deep for a second at like 5 feet. As we sway back and forth here because of how freaking windy it is. Woo! Happy to be back in our spot. Looking forward to spending a bunch of summer days here. Kurt's just relaxing, enjoying the nice breeze coming through the hatch. And we really gotta clean up in here. It's a bit of a mess everywhere.
We need this place ship shape.
We need this place ship shape, Kurt just said. I guess he's expected me to hop to here. Yep. Go sod the deck and everything. These things, I wanted them so we can actually tell which way the wind is going. Maybe we'll have less arguments. How much do you think these stupid things cost? I thought they were $27 whenever I was picking them up, but apparently I'm dyslexic because they were $72. It's crazy. I'm excited to put them on though and see if they work. Since we have a metal eye on the end of our pendant this year, I got these little rubber things to help protect against chafing. And I'm going to try to use it in the eye to help protect the ropes a little bit better. But currently it's way up here close to the boat because that's actually where they're supposed to be to help the boat not chafe from the ropes. But I'm hoping that they help protect their ropes not chafe from the pendant. So I'm going to work on sliding that orange one down and adding the second mooring line to our buoy just for redundancy to make sure we don't come loose. Alright, so I managed to get it to slide down and go right where the metal eye is, which is good because it looked like it was already starting to rub on it a little bit. So I'm hoping that'll help keep it nice and protected. We have the other bike cable on there with the float. That's how we secure the boat. So nobody just comes along and detaches it from our mooring. But it needs another cable to actually go to the boat. For my second mooring line, I actually have the eye looped through the pendant. So I can tell from last year on this line where it was rubbing here on the boat. So I am going to put the rubber thing right there where it was rubbed on the boat here. So I'm gonna kind of test out both ways and see which way works better. This is how we're going to have it moored for the week while we're working, and then next weekend when we come back I'll check and see how everything goes. Hopefully the anchor stays on, doesn't bounce around. I have it latched on there too. This one should be fine, this one's good, so we'll see which setup works better. And hopefully these things won't just deteriorate. Maybe I should get some more of them if they work out well so I can protect the ropes from rubbing on the boat as well. So we'll see. I'm actually kind of thinking about getting an entirely new pendant that has these two lines already attached to it. And this is a three braid or something. I was gonna get the double braid pendant. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. But I don't know. We'll see how this does. Hopefully it holds the boat to the mooring ball and we don't lose it. And while I was checking on the boat lines, Kurt cleaned up everything. Looks much more organized in here now. That's his stuff he's gonna wear. But no more cluttered stuff. Everything's put away. So nice job, Curtis. Now he's working on adding a little hook to our topping lift so it's easier to take on and off, not have to worry about wrapping it all the time. Another thing we're doing different this year is we are not putting the bimini on yet. Hopefully to keep all the birds and stuff away from just landing on it and crapping on it the whole time it's out here. How's it looking?
Do this line now.
Okay. Yeah, we might have to redo that whole thing whenever we start sailing anyway.
Yeah.
Because I just put it back on after
The outhaul.
I washed the sail.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Alright, we successfully got the boat on the mooring ball. Yeah, even with all the wind. Oh, it's on already. Let's get these wheels going. Whee! The heck? It's like it broke. I need a new one. Alright, our day is complete. We are taking the van and the trailer back to our house. Kurt just left with the golf cart and the dinghy. That's gonna stay here at the campground. And that is our weekend. Maybe we'll stop and get some lunch on the way back home. But yeah, boat's in the water. Finally.
Windows down and the water calls. White sails drift where the sunlight falls. Home moves slow where the wild winds blow. Sylvia and the Mac, let's go. Windows down we go. Water calls us home. White sails, soft glow. Sylvia and the Mac, let's go.
Alright, we got some dinner from the Happy Beaver. So we got a nice garden salad. Blake got a cheesesteak, which Joe makes really well. And then this weekend, they had some really good wings. $1 a wing, so I got 12 of them. Garlic parm. We like this tent, but we really wish it had a door instead of a stupid zipper.
Ow! My toe!
Alright, we're getting ready for bed here. Kurt's brushing his teeth, and Clover is all ready to go to sleep. She's tucked herself in. You ready to go to bed? Yep. Let me cover you back up. I think this is probably her favorite thing about camping, is that I let her sleep with me. Good morning, everybody. It is 9:06 already. We planned on waking up an hour ago, but we slept pretty good. So now we're gonna get some breakfast and then head out to the boat after I take her for her morning walk. We got some breakfast here. It's delicious. Sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant. Look how big that thing is.
Bye.
It is a scorcher out there, but we are finally ready to hit the golf cart and go get on the boat. Kurt got the dinghy already. We're just putting on sunblock and getting ready to be out in the sun for the next 2 hours. Supposedly there is a small craft advisory for like 11 today. So we're gonna go out real quick, see how the water and wind is, and hopefully it'll still be a good time for sailing. Fingers crossed.
Hi.
All right.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
We just made it onto the boat. Kurt is getting it, oh my gosh, unlocked from the mooring ball, and a jet ski just went by and threw up a crazy amount of wake that we are rocking with. What was a speedboat?
Yeah, it was not a jet ski.
That's good. I was gonna be surprised if it was a jet ski that made us rock this bad. But we are on the boat now. Oh gosh. Can't hardly.
Sea legs, Mom.
I know, I gotta get my sea legs here. It is warm in here because today is one of the hottest days of the month. Oh, so inside the boat it is, not sure if you can see that at all, but it's 92 degrees. So we're probably gonna spend most of the time hopefully in the cockpit doing some sailing, or at least just motoring around, getting everything all up and running for our first time out on the water today. Again, it is supposed to be a small craft advisory, and there is some pretty big gusts. Maybe like 15, 20 mile per hour gusts, but when it's not gusting, it's no wind at all. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna put my wind tells on the shrouds and we'll see how well they do today.
Mom gave me your glasses. They're very small.
We're finally on the water. We haven't started sailing yet, so still fingers crossed to get that part done. I hate Ordinary Point precisely because of this reason. Like, there's too much going on right here. It's a blind curve. You can't see anybody coming around it. And there's always so many freaking boats, and the wake is just absolutely insane. So this will be fun. I'm gonna sit down right quick. The Gratitude was the nicest cabin cruiser I have ever experienced the wake of. They were very nice when they overtook us. They're very slow. Oh my god.
Holy crap.
I hate the wakes. There's a nice little catamaran sailboat, a little tiny one. There's a whole bunch of them there in the distance. Not sure if you can see them or not. They're sailing downwind. That's what we're gonna do as soon as we get past Ordinary Point and all of this bull crap. Look at them. Oh, I hate the wakes of their boats. Why can't everybody just be a sailboat? No wake. They're having fun. It's gonna be scary for us. Oh my gosh. Woo! Okay. where all the action is, right here. It all funnels down to this point. All kinds of waves. You can go right where you were. Alright, we're gonna raise the sail now. We got the head sail out at least, because it's downwind sailing.
3.5 miles an hour.
We're going 3.5 miles per hour, so we are moving, which is good. And we basically turned around right at the point, so hopefully there's not going to be a whole bunch of wakes and boats and everything right as we're stuck here. Well, we're not stuck here. We are moving. I can tell we're moving, so that's good. All of the other sailboats made it to the shore already, so they have taken their sails down and looks like they're done for the day. But I think there's some sailboat association or something right there at the Ordinary Point beach, so that was cool to see all of them coming through. And I did get the sail raised, so we are officially on our first sail. Oh man. I gotta fix this. Okay, still downwind. The wind just changed direction ever so slightly. So now we've got it from this side of the boat. How fast are we going now?
Still doing 3 miles an hour.
That's good. Hopefully that's not just the current, right?
No, we're moving.
How do you like sailing, Blake?
This is very slow.
It's nice and quiet though. And still just as exciting if you're doing all the work, right?
I'm not doing anything. In the way.
Oh, that's right. I'm doing all the work. Well, Kurt keeps me in the path there.
Yeah, I'm working the starboard jib sheet on it.
Yeah, Kurt's working the starboard jib sheet because we do have it all run back to the cockpit here. So instead of having it loop back up to the winches, we just have it run back to this car here. And Kurt can actually do both of them if he wanted to, but then what fun would I have? So I'm still helping.
This is just a 2-person thing.
Yeah. Maybe if we had a bigger boat, it would be more than 2 people.
Maybe. But I feel like the bigger the boat, the less likely you'd want to go sailing.
Yeah, probably. Unless I had a lot more time off. Or if we had a catamaran.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a catamaran over there. That's a catamaran.
There's a catamaran over there.
But yeah, catamarans in this area would still be scary too.
Any boat in here would be scary.
Yeah, because of all the other boats.
Exactly.
That's right. All right, I'm gonna put the phone down and just enjoy this nice sail. This guy just flew right over us. Could read his numbers and everything. Pretty low. He looks small and tiny now, but he was flying right over us. See it still. Yeah. Sailing downwind, a little broad-reaching.
That's right.
Possibly broad-reaching. I can tell where the wind's coming from now because of my little tails that I've got there.
This thing's big all the different. Big sail that is going in the same direction.
No, the big sail wouldn't tell you which way the wind's coming.
That's no, it's coming from over there.
That guy's going fast.
You got it backwards. You don't rely on the airplane completely on its side. That's how the sailboat works. I don't think it would fly with the wind going around the outside front part of the sail gets to the end at the same time as the wind in here. So if it goes faster, physics makes it
Pushes it forward.
makes it extra cool.
Don't you worry about what that vibrating sound is.
Help! I don't trust them. Jump a ship.
Alright, we got the sail back in. We are motoring back. So just in time to avoid the really big gusts and bad weather that's headed our way. It is 1 o'clock. So 2 o'clock is when it's supposed to happen. That gives us plenty of time to get back in and get the boat back on the ball before it gets too dicey out here. Are you happy?
Yep, that was a good sail.
Good. How about you, Blake?
Huh?
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, good.
I guess.
For sail.
Yeah.
Yeah, first sail, first day of summer for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, successful sailing. Yeah. There she is. We all had a bunch of fun, so that was good.
Yeah.
The T-dock, and Kurt's gonna take the dinghy out of the water. Until next weekend. Kurt let me ride the fun bike to the pool, and it's open, so that's good. Getting in. Feels nice to be floating in nice clean water. And it's not too crazy busy. They put up the little fence there at the stairs, so now Clover kind of gets free range of the deck here. As long as she doesn't hop off the side, she should be allowed to just roam as she pleases without having to be on her leash. So we'll see how she does. So far so good, but gotta keep an eye on her because she's sneaky. Don't you do it, Clover. Good girl. Good girl. Come here. She likes to go over there where we can't see her and then hop down. Don't. Come on, Clover. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. I'm gonna go in there with Blake. Blake is in the nature nook because there's air conditioning in there, so it's kind of cool. And it's probably, I don't know, 80 degrees out right now, but there's a nice breeze and it's in the shade here, so I'm just chilling out outside. It's pretty nice. Kurt is making us bagels for lunch, so that's good. We had some leftover cream cheese in the mini fridge in the camper, so we're gonna eat the bagels and the cream cheese, and then that'll be our lunch. We're just kind of hanging out, sitting around, relaxing, enjoying the nice weather, and then we'll pack it all up and go home for the weekend. So this is fun. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was nice to finally get the boat in the water and sailing, no less. So thanks again. Like, subscribe, follow for more. Thanks. Bye.